everybody, before I jump to my next video, I want to give a huge thank you to all of you who have recently subscribed. I checked my email randomly today and I was just like, oh my god, like I seriously started crying. I was so happy. I have just recently gotten tons of new subscribers thanks to Jess from Super Beauty Nerd, so thank you to her, of course, for giving me that shout out. That was amazing. And thank you all for coming to my channel. I hope you guys like it over here. We're gonna have a lot of fun, definitely. Be sure to let me know if you guys have any requests for any videos that you would like to see. And yeah, so we will cut to my video now. I just wanted to say a quick thank you because this is incredible and I am just so happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this next video. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, today for you guys I'm going to be doing my top favorite high-end eye products. I had to think about that name, but this is part of like my top whatever series. I just started this when I first started my channel. I think I started with lips, and then I've done a face, and now I'm doing like a high-end eye since I did my drugstore eyes. So I'm really excited to show you guys some of my favorite high-end products. This is obviously going to cover everything to do with the eyes, eyeshadows, some brow stuff, eyeliners, mascaras, the whole shebang. So I'm going to start with my favorite high-end brow product, and you guys all know what that is. It is the Anastasia brunette slash dark brown brow powder duo. Don't even know what I was trying to say there. So there is that. I don't know if I mentioned brows in like the face part of my video. I might have, but I feel like it goes better in the eye video. So if I already mentioned this, I'm going to mention it again. This is what it looks like. I love this because it's a cool toned brow powder. So it doesn't have any red in it, which I think is so much more flattering than a warmer toned brow on just anyone. Even if you have a warmer complexion like I do, it's better to go cooler on the brows because it'll look more natural. Your brows won't look kind of like orangey. So really, really enjoy that brow product, and it's a little bit expensive, but it's definitely worth it. It's beautiful. It really just is pigmented and awesome, so highly recommend. My favorite sort of eyeshadow brand in general is the Bare Minerals Ready line, and these are two of the palettes that came out for the holidays last year. This first one is the Star Treatment, which looks like this. You're getting a variety of warm tone shadows here, and then the other one is called the Finer Things, yeah. And this is the cool toned palette. So when these came out, I should say, I wanted to pick up both the warm toned and the cool tone. That way I sort of had like a variety of eyeshadows. And these are just, oh, they're beautiful. Like this mustard yellow from this Star Treatment palette. Ah, like that is gorgeous, and it's like just bam, these colors are not joking with the pigmentation. Here's this beautiful copper shade, like I'm barely pressing, barely doing any swatching, and that is the color pigmentation level you get. I have not had one of the Bare Minerals eyeshadows be like a dud on me or like ever a disappointment where I'm like, oh, why is that in there? Like that has no pigmentation, it doesn't blend well. No, these are all super, super pigmented. They blend absolutely beautifully. Here's this beautiful blue in this palette. Like they're just so soft, so creamy, so amazing, and I would highly recommend checking them out because they are so worth the price, and they also have different anti-aging properties and just really good things for your eyes in them, so that's an added bonus. Another one of my favorite eye products, which is the product that I'm wearing today, is the Nars Eyeshadow Duo, and this is in the shade Kalahari. I have that upside down, sorry. So that's the name, and this is what the product looks like. It's a taupey plum. One side is a like kind of slightly bronzy duo. It's really, really pretty. So I'll sort of just kind of come up here so you guys can see. This is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing the shade on the left, which is sort of like a bronzy plum taupe. I'm wearing that all over the lid with the sort of grayish muted plum through my crease, and then just eyeliner and mascara, and I think it's just really, really pretty. It just sort of makes my eyes pop. It looks awesome on brown eyes because sometimes I find with my brown eyes I have a trouble with neutrals being able to really pull them off, but these are such nice neutrals that they really just look so great on my eyes, I think. And another one of these that I really like is the duo in Isolde. I mentioned this in my summer favorites video. I have no idea how to pronounce this name. I should like Google translate it. One moment. Isolde. Maybe it's Isolde. I'm not too sure. I don't feel like Isolde is right, but Google tells me it's Isolde, so I'm going to start calling it Isolde. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful bronzy gold duo. I really like the Nars eyeshadow duos because they're great for your money. You spend about like $35, which is a lot to pay on an eyeshadow duo, but compared to their eyeshadow singles, these are a great deal. I don't think you'll ever run out of them. I mean, really, I've had this one in Kalahari for years now, and I still haven't even hit pan. I just think that they're great eyeshadows. They're just so pigmented and so wonderful, and yeah, really highly recommend the Nars eyeshadow duos. Finishing off the eyeshadow category, I am going to do eyeshadow palettes at the end of this video because I have quite a bit of those, but that'll be at the end, so I like the best for last. I have two MAC shades that I absolutely love, and they are definite high-end eyeshadow favorites. So they are Patina and Satin Taupe, and these are just really gorgeous everyday neutrals. Patina is sort of like a khaki with like a gold shimmer running through it, and then Satin Taupe is a cult favorite. It's just a beautiful plum taupe, slightly shimmery, really gorgeous. I will say that I did find a pretty good dupe for MAC Satin Taupe. It is the NYX Nude Matte Eyeshadow in the shade Haywire. This is what that looks like. This is basically Satin Taupe without the shimmer. The color, though, is very similar. Satin Taupe just has a slight more of like a shimmery sheen to it, but I think that the NYX one is only like $3 or $4. So if you're not wanting to spend the $14 or the $11 if you're buying in the pans like I usually do, you can buy that one and save yourself some money. But these are really gorgeous. They're beautiful. They're pigmented. I use Patina and Satin Taupe seriously at least like once or twice. These MAC eyeshadows I feel can be a little bit hit and miss. Some of them I just don't feel are worth it and are just sort of low quality, but Patina and Satin Taupe I really think are ones that everybody can use, no matter your skin tone, no matter your eye color. They're just really gorgeous, so I'd recommend those two from MAC. Moving on to eyeliners, I really only have one high-end eyeliner that I recommend because I find the drugstore eyeliners just tend to do the same thing, but I really like this one for the color basically, and this is MAC's. This is their Eye Kohl in the shade Prunella. This is just a wonderful eye pencil. It's a really dark, deep eggplant shade, and I've mentioned this in various videos. I think it's so gorgeous because plum is a shade that benefits so many different eye colors and just complements them so well, and I couldn't see a person not liking this because it's almost black but still got that little tinge of purple in it, so it really just makes your eyes pop no matter, like I said, what your eye color is. And what I really like to do with this is line my eyes and then set it with MAC Satin Taupe. It gives you like a really pretty, easy, plummy taupe look. It's just really gorgeous, so I'd highly recommend this eyeliner. It's gorgeous. I think it's around like $13 or $14. It's not too pricey. And I think that you would love it if you tried it. As for mascaras is another thing I don't think that you need to buy high-end. I think that you can get just as great mascaras from the drugstore that will seriously be like a quarter of the price. High-end mascaras are so freaking expensive. But there are two that I really enjoy and I will continue to repurchase just because they work well for me. The first one is the Buxom Lash Mascara, and I've talked about this before, I believe. It's such a wonderful mascara for kind of like your all-around lengthening, defining, just sort of everything. The brush is this rubber bristled wand, is what I'm trying to say, that has just tons and tons of little bristles on it that really grab each lash and give you a lot of definition and volume and separation. And then the other one is another sort of cult favorite. This is the Benefit Ethereal. This is the size that came with like the little birthday treat. I have owned the full size of this before though, and what happened is I just sort of ran out. I really didn't want to dish out the $30 for another one, so I just sort of tried other things. But since I have received this sample, I've sort of realized how much I really do love it. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes today, and it just gives a lot of length, basically. It gives nice volume. It's just one of those, another sort of like all-around good mascaras. And the awesome thing about this that I've noticed other brands kind of have been catching on to is like the ball tip at the end that has bristles on it as well. So you can kind of do the whole like vertical thing, which is what Benefit really pushes with this mascara, is that you can make it vertical and pull out your outer corner lashes, which really isn't that hard to do with any other mascara wand, but it is nice. So really like this mascara as well, and I would highly recommend it. I do have to mention an eyeshadow primer real quick because I did this in my drugstore favorites, and I do have one high-end eyeshadow primer that stands out from all my others, and this is the Nars eyeshadow primer. It's called the Pro Prime Smudgeproof Eyeshadow Base, and I absolutely love this. It really smooths out the surface of your eyelid, so any lines or any creases you have there will just sort of be smoothed away so your eyeshadow can blend beautifully on top of it. So for mature women, this would be a great option. And I just find that it is one of the only primers that does not crease on me no matter what. And I have very oily eyelids, which is a huge problem. I mean, if you guys have that, you know how difficult it can be to find a good primer. And while this is a little bit pricey, it is seriously the one primer that I can always count on no matter how hot it's going to be outside, no matter how long I'm going to be wearing eyeshadow. This baby will keep them on for good. So I really enjoy this, and I would highly recommend if you're looking for like a product that will make your eyeshadow seriously long. Alright, so now we are at the end of the video where I'm going to show you my favorite high-end eyeshadow palettes, which if you are trying to look for a high-end eyeshadow, I just recommend going straight to palettes because you're getting such a good deal for your money. And of course, the Naked palettes. I had to mention these because what is a favorite high-end eye products video without the Naked palettes? These are awesome. Naked 2, Naked 1. I kind of go in and out of phases. In the summer and fall, I like the original Naked, but in the winter and spring, I like the Naked 2. That's just sort of my theme throughout the year. In the summer and fall months, I like warmer eyeshadows, which is what the Naked 1 offers, and in the winter and spring, I like cooler shadows, which is what the Naked 2 offers. But they're both really gorgeous palettes. You guys have seen these probably a million times, and a lot of you probably own them, so I'm going to move on. Another one is the Urban Decay Bias palette. I'm like needing to cough here. It's a beautiful palette. I mentioned this in my Colors of the Rainbow tag because it has every color imaginable, and it's an indigo palette, which is why I used it, because I needed something for indigo. And I love this palette because it has all new eyeshadows. Urban Decay has released a lot of these eyeshadows in single pan form, so I don't think that they'll have the exclusiveness that they did at one time, but they are still all new. You're not going to get dupes or repeats of them in your other Urban Decay palettes. Oh my gosh, I'm stumbling over my words too much right now. So that's kind of awesome, and it's just a nicely done palette. I love the opening, the little push a button and it comes open and you have beautiful Urban Decay eyeshadows. It's great, and yeah, Urban Decay palettes are just my favorite from the sort of high-end market overall because Urban Decay eyeshadows are just awesome and they are just such a good value. And then of course the LORAC Pro Palette. I bring this with me whenever I am traveling somewhere because it's thin, it's compact, and it has everything you need. And for a while I actually preferred it over my Naked 1 palette because you have a row of mattes, which is awesome. Like, more matte eyeshadows is what I think brands need to start putting in their eyeshadow palettes because so many are like shimmery, and you know, shimmer sort of catches the eye and looks really pretty, but if you're just doing shimmer all over your lid, it can get to be a little bit too much. So I love the row of mattes, I love the row of shimmers. There's not a dud in this palette. All of them are absolutely gorgeous. And for like a good, as I just about dropped my Naked 2 palette, and for a good starter sort of eyeshadow palette, I always recommend the LORAC Pro because it just has everything you need to create tons and tons of eye looks. So that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, maybe found some new products that you would like to try. Let me know if any of these products really work for you. If you have any questions about anything that I mentioned in this video, just leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave a like rating on this video and subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.